We're chasing comedy, working on jokes, working on bits, seeing what sticks, seeing what stinks. We're chasing comedy, politics and current events, cultural shifts and psychological bents, the daily news, your grandpa's views, conspiracy theories, trending Google queries. Either way, it's all okay. We're chasing comedy. So listen up and we'll lay it all out, whether you're seeking wisdom or zoning out. Have your fill, it's all just for the mill, with Brian and Dustin, and we're chasing comedy. We're Brian and Dustin, and we're chasing comedy.
How we doing?
It's pretty bad.
Really? It's that? Oh, thank you so much. I'm in the Caribbean here. What do you want from me, right?
I know. I mean, you live there at this point. This is amazing.
Yes, I try to get.
I don't think Ray loves anybody more than you. This is phenomenal.
I don't. Yes, for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I've somehow managed to get a cushy gig here in the
broke the Ray code.
Yeah, exactly. How we doing? What's going on over there? How are things on your end of the wave?
Yeah, California's nice. It's like beautiful weather. Things are shaping up. We're going to Mexico on Wednesday, so for a wedding.
Okay.
But,
nice.
Yeah, it's been nice. So I'll get a little bit of Aruba sensibility, I guess. A little bit of ocean sunshine.
Fantastic.
We'll see if they may let us come back. But it's funny. This could be a joke too. They were saying that a lot of people are getting stopped, through customs, and they're looking at their phones, and if they have any negative Trump, these are mostly people that I guess that are just on green cards or whatever. They're just not citizens, but they have something negative. Like there was a French guy that tried to come back, and they wouldn't let him come back into the United States because he had some meme against Trump or something, just said negative things about Trump online.
Right.
They caught it. So it's it's so funny. It's it's bad enough. This is funny. It's bad enough that I can't get my 3.7 ounce lotion through customs, and I got to worry about that tweet in 2017.
Yes. Wow. That's great. You better clear your browser history and your tweet history because bring on your your lube. Yeah, bring on your lube.
It's I'm worried about just bringing sleeping pills or something, and then now I got to worry about.
Where's the you can't say nothing nowadays. Everybody's such a snowflake crowd. Where are you guys? Where are you? Where are you free speech absolutists out there? What happened to you? Where's all
apparently they're not at TSA apparently. So
no. What happened to comedians? You say something, everybody's such a snowflake. What's with all these soy boys and weak, fragile ass candy asses who can't take a joke or say anything? You can't say nothing anymore. And what? Where are you guys?
Yeah. Apparently, it's all about the king. If you say it about the king, we're seriously, we're in 1523 right now.
No. We're in, where we are? We're in third grade. That's where we are. We're in second grade. This is childish nonsense. Okay, I'm sorry. This is pathetic. Yeah. I've never seen such obsequious, freaking subservient.
Brian's mad when he throws out the big words.
Yeah, I'm sick of it. I get very agitated. I'm getting my thesaurus right now. I'm doing a takedown. Okay.
When the SAT words come out, Brian is angry.
I'm sorry, but there's one thing that drives me crazy. It's absence of principles. When somebody chooses tribe over principle, I can't take it.
Just the whole thing is just a nightmare. And it's funny because Leah was a little nervous and she was like, I have some tweets. I go, you're a citizen. I told her, I said, look, I wish they would, because we'd be the biggest comics in the country if they would let us back in. If they would off a tweet,
that's true.
Are you kidding me? We'd be the biggest
true.
comics in the world. We would. I would call Bill Burr. I would call every comic I know and be like, "Hey, man, this is what's happening. You want to
deport me? Deport me? Okay,
please." Where are you going to deport? I'm Native American. Where are you going to deport? Oklahoma? Where are you going to send me?
Yeah. What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Durant, Oklahoma? Yeah, I don't think so.
Deport me to Jersey. Okay. I got deported to Jersey. I just got deported.
Anywhere but there. I'd rather go a third world country than Jersey.
Absolutely.
Sorry,
Send me. Is Guatemala? Is Guatemala available? Yeah, I gotta go on Expedia.com or Kayak or something to plan my deportation plans. I gotta work that out, because there's a lot of options now. You know what I mean? They should bring back travel agents. Remember those? Remember that job? There was actually a job.
What a real job that was.
There was a job. You could actually be a travel agent.
I wish they still had them, because I don't want to. You know, it's like I guess high end people have them. You know, like if you have money, there's probably still a person that does that. More of an assistant probably, but I think there's still. I see them once in a while. You'll see one in Queens. You're like, this is a front. Like there's
absolutely. That's it. They're deporting people. That's a front. That's a Trump front.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a deportation.
Well, I think it's the other way around. I think they're importing people. I think that's what that is probably.
Really? You mean okay?
Yeah.
They're getting people over the border. Okay.
Yeah. Well, or whatever.
Yeah. They're streaming in. They're streaming in over the border. Right,
streaming them in.
But like on StreamYard. But okay, so this is not. Now you're saying, we're not. It's not going to happen to us. We're a citizen. Yet who know? And I know that sounds like this draconian thing. People go, oh, come on, it's not going to. And I'm not even. I'm just saying that you might not be able to deport me, but if you reclassify speech like hate speech or sedition. This is what they did in World War I, in World War II, that it's like, because people say, I'm sorry, I'm on a rant here. It's nothing funny here. Right.
You're good.
But
we're used to it. We're used to
the whole thing, the whole thing. Yeah, I know. Thank you. The whole, did we cover this? Adam, stop me. Did we cover the whole thing?
This is a drinking game. This is a drinking game. Every time Brian says, "Did we cover this?" You take a shot.
Yeah, you can't. The fire in a crowded theater? Do we talk about it, Adam? Do we talk about it? Fire in the crowd.
Yes, we have. It's one of your go-tos. Yeah, I like it.
It's fine. You mean the story of the fire? Yes. The real story? Okay, never mind then. Adam says no, and you say we got to split. We got to split ballot.
Adam doesn't know everything. Adam eats edibles right before this starts.
Hold on, I'm going to close my. I'm going to close my.
Where are you going? Oh, see how much better that is. Yeah, close it. Oh, now we can't see anything. It's gonna. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's better.
That's even worse, right? Okay.
That is way worse. It's like it's just you. You're the aura of whatever this light is. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine when you're not there. Like it was fine before. Why did you change it? It was perfect.
I didn't change anything. It just said
you did.
Sun,
it was normal.
The sun changed.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
We got to get decent lighting in case we use some of these brilliant clips.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me.
Oh my God.
Nothing is working.
Where do they got you at? Best Western? What is it? All right.
No, this is the Eagle Aruba.
There you go. That's better. There you go. See, it's all about location. There you go. It's perfect.
I don't know how long this is going to last. The sun is really weird here. Okay?
It's okay. All right. Just keep talking. You're on to something. I liked your energy. Yeah. Go ahead.
No,
private movie theater, whatever. Crowded movie theater.
You can't yell fire in a crowded theater.
Yeah.
And people always go, yeah, you can get away with it. Do you know? And you know what that was used for? Does anyone remember this? Does anyone know the real story of the crowded theater thing? That was used to prosecute protesters against World War I, American involvement in World War I. They were protesting American involvement, and the judge, Oliver Wendell Holmes or whoever that guy is, Stokely Carmichael, I can't remember his name. Right? But,
Gerard Carmichael. Yeah.
Yeah. Look that up, Adam. The guy that said his name sounds like a dessert topping or something, I think. But he said that you can protest, but you can't yell fire in a crowded theater. And they prosecuted these people for sedition, for being against American involvement. It was basically a free speech issue the other way around. They were telling them they can't say they were saying you can't protest against the war because that's yelling fire in a crowded theater. There you go. Look that up. Look, Adam.
Yeah,
what do we got?
So it's a metaphor attributed to Supreme Court Justice Oliver Wendell Holmes Jr. In a 1919 case. Yeah, to illustrate the limits of free speech.
Yeah. So you can't. Basically he was to silence people. Okay, to get them to say you can't, to protesters, and people go, oh, you can't go into a thing. Yeah, you also can't protest the war because that's like yelling, you can't protest the war. So the 60s war people that were protesting in the 60s, you could have used that same standard against them because that was said to be seditious and harmful to the nation. So there you go. Thank you. Good night. I'm here all week. The humor train never stops here at Chasing Comedy. Okay. It's chasing.
I can tell that's one of your go-to facts, though. I like it because I think we all have a fact that nobody knows, and it's
yes, just like, and we're very proud of it.
We all have
what's yours?
Google. Like, oh, I have nothing. But I don't. I'd have to think about it. I don't know what I don't know
you
what
got
information.
One. I got that, and I got
line. I don't have it. You know, I don't know.
Well, I got.
If it comes up, it comes up like this came up, so it's there. Like if I was in a situation where it's, it relates to whatever the fact is, it's going to come up. I'm not going to rattle off
come up with it.
No, I don't know.
I know.
Who's got 6 minutes? Yeah.
But I want to see you pull out random stuff that doesn't even apply to the certain situation we're talking about. That's how we keep the show moving.
I just, is it how we keep it moving? Nobody knows how we keep this moving. We don't really move.
Yes, we don't really move.
Snail space. Pace. That's what it is. Wow, we got off hot. We got off hot. We got off snail's pace. That's what I meant.
Is it time for the wheel?
Yeah.
It sounds like it's time for the wheel, right? I
always got jokes, but we could do a wheel. Let's do a wheel.
Okay, you got jokes. Go ahead.
I always have jokes. Go ahead, do the wheel. I'll keep you happy. You're like a woman. I'll keep you happy. Whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do. You're my podcast wife.
The earliest wheel spinning we've ever had. Okay,
it's you. Just Brian's just coming in hot. He's bossy. He's sassy. It's all over the place. Go. What do you got?
All right. Let's see. We're gonna spin the wheel, and we got.
He's in Aruba. He gets revved up out there. All that good cocaine.
Yeah, here we go. We got outdated phrases.
Oh, Brian's full of them.
Oh, right, fire in a crowded theater. Fire in a crowded theater. Fire in a crowded theater. Thank you. Okay, we got it. Fire in a crowded theater. Okay. Hey,
What's
do you know where that came from?
What's up? People still say that? Say that
that's good. Fire in a crowded theater. Well, wait, my mother. Here's one. No one's gonna. We did this already. No, it's my mother. My mother.
Of course we did. It's called Chasing Comedy.
I know, but my mother coming up to me and saying, "Brian, you know that B battery joke in your act? We've done this, right?"
Yeah.
Okay. Oh no, but I know we've done this one, but we still have not come up with a good joke for it. All right. We need the callers. Is the caller there?
Callers. I'm the only. Adam and I are the only one that listen to this, just to make sure that you didn't say something inappropriate. All right.
Well, Okay. We can skip this. Right.
No,
right.
It's fine.
No, it's not fine.
It is fine. Everything is fine.
It's not.
It's fine.
Okay.
No, I think it's it's a good way to judge or like to, I guess, measure someone's age or recognize someone's age by how the phrases they use.
Yeah.
Like I say awesome. I say awesome in a way that I was obviously around in the 80s. It's like because the word awesome was everything. It's like you played Keanu Reeves, like the Bill and Ted, like like that was the era of surfer and awesome.
Whoa,
so
awesome.
So that's just ingrained in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think kids say it like we say it. like Gen Xers say it. You know, there's certain words.
What do they say? They say
Adam, what are the top 5 things?
They say I think they say I'm triggered. I think they say I'm triggered. They say I'm
What'd
triggered.
you call me? Okay, yeah.
I'm not you.
I'm kidding. It was an N-word joke that didn't work. All right, go ahead.
Oh, okay, great. I missed it. I totally missed it.
Yeah, because I'm from Texas.
I want to go back to your Indian heritage. I think we need to explore your Indian heritage again because
we got a lot.
There's
on the dot. On the dot.
No,
what do you got?
What's that? Did we spin again? Is that what we got?
No, he's looking up the top phrases that the Gen Zers say. All right, what do they say?
Oh, okay.
God, Brian goes somewhere and then forgets he went there.
I did. I will. I did. I have. I will. And I will again.
What's going on over there?
Yeah. No, I'm just topped up.
Get some sleep. You get laid. What's going on? You got good energy.
Yeah, I got a lot of problems. I got a lot of. I'm hopped up on something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Woo.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I like it.
Pete, you want to talk about Pete Hegseth while he's doing that? You want to talk about
Pete Buttigieg? Let's talk about Pete Buttigieg.
Pete Hegseth and leaking, sending our war plans to journalists.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that's hilarious.
No, it's true.
I know. It was like well, it goes. I mean, it's just can't.
You
trust.
Know about this?
I'm talking to you about it. It's a phone chain. I saw it. God, you're so quick. You don't listen. You just want to react. Yeah. But I think there's something about just the phone chain that I just don't understand how that gets because the Hillary thing was about one email they were going crazy because it was on another server.
Another case of tribal or political partisanship taking
unbelievable
precedence over your principles. It just drives me bananas. If you get upset about something, then something is wrong. When did your identification? People that hate identity politics, boy, they really love to say I'm this and this is my political position, and regardless of regardless of whether what happened is horrible, I'm going to defend it. Because that's my tribe. Is what planet am I on? I have no reverence for any political loyalty to any political party. As Bill Hicks said, they're all lying scumbags. So, and I know that you're supposed to pick a side now and go, but that's equivocation, and that's doing this. It's no, I don't. I may vote for people, but that doesn't mean I bow to them or whatever. Anyway, all right, I'm done here. Right. No humor.
This is why we don't do politics, because when we do, it just gets depressing. All right, give us the kids. What are the things the kids say? Let's talk about that.
All right, so I'm trying to find some that you hear a lot. There's cap and no cap. So cap is to lie. So everybody says no cap.
No cap. What's no cap?
I'm not lying.
No lie.
I'm not lying.
No lying. Yeah.
No lying. No cap.
Yeah. Great.
Did we have a phrase for no lying? I think it was I don't think so. No lie.
Yeah.
True.
No lie.
True.
True that.
True that. True that.
True that. Did we have true that? I'm going to try and relax.
Yeah, well, I would recommend that. a little too much. What do you lay? What is this episode of White Lotus? What are you doing? What's up with that towel? I don't trust that towel. Okay.
Oh God. How's this? Wait, no, that's not going to work either.
Just set up. All
right. All right, here. All right, here.
Just.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Here. There you
Find it's okay. Just have a podcast position. Yeah. All right. Move the mic closer to you. Can you do that? Okay.
How's that?
Way better.
Oh, it's much better.
Finally sound better. You finally sound better.
The furry mic.
Well,
yeah.
You sound good. You sound terrible before. I didn't even know
I
had an option.
You didn't tell me that.
You had that thing.
You didn't tell me that.
Adam gets shy. Okay. He didn't want to make everybody.
Hold on,
you're all right.
You're over modulating a little bit with that.
Hold on, let me turn. I can turn that down.
No,
hold on.
Yeah, maybe take it down a notch. You don't have to put it in your mouth. Just put it down.
Okay, great. How's this? Great, good, better.
Yeah.
You need balance today. I'm here to help you with balance.
If you're here to help me with balance, then I'm in trouble.
I have good balance. Are you kidding me? I'm Mr. Balance. All I know is
are
balance.
You?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've balanced my whole life.
Mr. Miyagi, right?
I am Miyagi. I am
Ew.
totally. I am
Balance.
the clown. I'm the what do you call it? Not the,
Balance.
the comedy whisperer.
Yeah, that's
all I'm
right, you
doing
are.
is giving people just knowledge and patience and all the stuff you need for stand-up comedy. You have to
Speaking
have
of
it
that,
all.
yeah. Speaking of
Yes.
that, when you
What?
coach people, if somebody comes to you with like a joke that's really horrible or something, do you focus on performing or do you focus more on writing with people, or is it both, or like stage persona, or
Well, I mean, if it's hack, I tell them. I said that's
Yeah.
hack, But I don't. Yeah, I don't. I try to. I mean, this business is full of people that perform really well with bad material. I mean, I think 70% of it is that.
Right. But no, but what I'm saying is, if somebody has a lousy joke,
sure,
it's saying, that's hack. But then, do you leave it there, or do you? Because
no, I try to help them rewrite it, and then if we can't make it better, then be big and wacky,
Right. Big and wacky. Okay.
Yeah. Big and wacky. Because we all know that works.
Yeah, because I don't know what to tell people if they've got a premise that's like a dead.
Well, who do you want to be?
And
you tell them. You go, who do you want to be? Do you want to be Richard Pryor, or do you want to be Damon Wayans, or do you want to be this guy? Do you want to be that guy? Like what? Matt Rife? Like who do you want to be? Like what's your goal? I always say it's like
no, but I know, but sometimes if somebody introduces a premise and then then the joke that they have sucks, sometimes I don't have a joke for it. I just go, there's got to be something better than that. And that almost sounds like
you can always send them to me, and and we'll split it. We'll just if you need, like, I'll be your like.
Thank you.
Your backup coach.
The show has now become a recruiting ad for Dustin's comedy class, right?
Well, no, yours too. Yeah. I think it's L.A. and New York. Yeah. We're doing it. I'm gonna do a little ad at the end. Okay,
we'll cover
So what do you got? What do you got, Adam? This is we're just getting off. We're getting off topic today. It's really we're both out of control. I took too much focus factor. Brian's got too much sun. It's too much going on. All right.
Yeah. All right. Wait, do we want to do another Gen Z one, or we want to do some outdated phrases?
Outdated phrases that they're using.
I thought you were doing a couple of kids stuff, but
Gen Z's.
I got
phrases
Gen
Z is using.
Gen Z's, and then I'll do some outdated phrases.
All right. Let's see.
I'll buy that for $1.
RoboCop.
Eye of the Tiger is a big one because of all the Rocky we had as children. I say it. I say Eye of the Clown to comics before they go on stage. I've been saying that for 20 years. Eye of
the Clown.
I've been saying that for 20 years. Yeah.
But what about where's the new phrases? You mean they're not coming up with any? The only thing is
we're going back and forth. We're going back and forth. We're doing outdated. We're doing outdated, and then we're doing the Gen Z.
Oh, okay.
All right. What's the Gen Z? Brian wants to be all over this without having any patience. Yes.
We're gonna go with bussin'.
Bussin'? How about we try to guess what it means? Like, don't tell us. That's funnier. Okay.
All right.
It's called bussin'.
Bussin'.
B-U-S-I-N.
B-U-S-S-I-N.
Bussin'. I'll go first. I'll go first. We got to take our turn. We can't talk over each other. Bussin'. Minding my own business. Okay. Brian.
That's transporting minority groups to a white neighborhood where they can go to different schools. Okay, is that what that is? That's what I thought. Okay, how close am I? How close was I? Right. And it's nice to see that these kids today are learning about these things and knowing that they still exist.
This is a great segment. All right, go ahead. Yeah. What does it mean?
All right, it means to be extremely good or excellent. Or describing good food.
Bussin'. All right.
Bussin'.
This is fun. Do another one. This is fun.
All right.
This is our clip.
Let me see. I got a whole list here. I'm just trying to find a
good
one.
Give us the list. This is nothing. We're not very good today, so this will help us be better.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not very good today. We save us, Adam. Save us. Okay. With your technical wizardry, find something
the TikTok,
online.
The kids will love it. It's TikTok. Yeah, it's their language. Old guys trying to figure out their language.
You know why? Because Adam is bussin'. That's what it is.
Bussin'. He's bussin'.
Yeah. All right. How about touch grass?
All right, Brian, you're up.
What is it? Touch grass.
Touch
Yeah.
grass.
Touch grass. Touch grass.
Okay.
Okay.
Touch grass. Yeah.
Oh, hutch grass is an actual phrase.
No.
Okay.
Touch.
Oh, it's
touch.
a thing.
Touch, like touch. You're touching
Yeah.
Oh, to
grass.
touch grass. To
Yes.
touch
What does it
grass.
mean? I would say holding weed.
No.
Nope.
No. All right. Well, let me
No,
try a real one.
Both good guesses.
All right.
Both good guesses. But all right,
Yeah.
you want to try another one? Okay.
Touch
No,
grass.
try the same one, right?
Touch grass.
go
Yeah.
ahead. All right.
That means keeping it real of some kind. You're touching grass or something.
Nope.
No.
No.
I don't know. Thinking about it from another side, like you know what they say,
Yeah,
the grass is greener on the other side. Like you're looking. I don't know what tells what this means.
Is it something? Are you against AstroTurf? I don't know.
AstroTurf is not good, man. Willie
That's
Parker.
what I'm saying.
He got
That's why you
AstroTurf foot.
right.
AstroToe. That's what it was.
All right. It means to go outside. That you've been spending too much time online. Go outside.
Touch.
But
That's
what
all
I
we
meant.
did. That's all we
That's
did as
what I
children.
meant.
That's
That's
all we did
did.
is touch grass, and we don't know what it means. That's good.
And look how we turned out.
Touching grass. That's why
That's
I moved
right.
to LA to touch grass again. So I got out of
Yeah,
New
'cause they
York.
wouldn't-
I needed grass.
Yeah, because they wouldn't let us in. They wouldn't let us touch couch. They wouldn't let us in the house. They wouldn't let us touch vinyl. We were we were out on the streets urchining, like little urchining. You know,
touch
we weren't
grass.
allowed to do nothing.
Couldn't touch yourself. You had to go outside and touch grass.
Let's go with Riz.
Riz.
Oh, right. I've heard of this. I've heard this one. It's like it's something cool, and it's got a certain level of pizzazz. You got Riz. You know
Like
what I
putting
mean?
on the
Something like
Ritz. The Riz. Like it's
Riz.
is that what it means? Like it's cool. Like it's the fab. It's fabulous. It's
pizzazz. It's dynamic. It's awesome. It's
the
right,
Riz.
no?
Well, sort of. It's more
Popularity.
about charisma.
About what?
More about charisma.
Oh, that's right. They shorten words. Here we go.
Yeah.
now we're gonna get it.
Riz.
Now we're gonna get it.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get
Now
it.
we're gonna get
Okay,
it.
Riz.
All right. I got it now. I understand their language.
Okay.
I understand how one thinks.
Yeah. Okay. I
You
was
have
close.
to be one. You have to be one with the chimpanzees. I get it. All right.
What? What was a chimpanzee? What?
No, like it was that famous lady that lived with the chimpanzees. Like she
Jane
understood.
Goodall?
Yeah, is that her name? Yeah, and she like understood them. as
Diane Fossey?
one of those, and then she would just like
Okay.
live with them, and she understood there was like a whatever, it's a connection.
Right.
She ate bananas.
She was
with
one
them
with.
and stuff.
She was one with. She ate bananas with them. Right?
I think
I don't
she
even
had
know
a
if-
relationship with
Do
three
they
of them.
actually eat bananas? I don't even know if that's a myth. But go ahead.
I
all
hope
right?
they do. I'd eat a banana. Bananas
You know
are
what a
delicious.
myth is? You know what a myth is? It's a
Nope.
female moth.
Oh, this guy.
Okay, that's the best.
Okay.
Hello.
All right. What do you got?
Next
They'll be in
definition.
Aruba all
And,
week, everybody.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. What do you got?
I'm
Don't
trying
have to
to
keep
find
saying
one
what do you
here.
got. He's gonna bring
Yeah.
you something. Give him a second.
I thought
You're
I was
like a
supposed
guy
to
at a
keep the
deli
flow.
line. You're like a guy at a deli line. All right,
I
you
thought we were
call my
supposed to
number.
keep talking.
Where's my roast beef? We're not supposed to keep talking. It's fine.
Hmm.
We don't have to keep talking. That's it.
All right. How about let's see. Should we do clapback?
Well, that's easy. You know this one?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it's
like-
just
like
it's
you
like
clap
when
back.
you come up with a real good one-liner or something to nail somebody online. That's a really good clap back.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
just-
you
All right.
say something back.
Yeah.
Fine.
All right. So we'll do.
That was too easy. That was too easy. Everybody knows
Right.
that.
We'll do crash out.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Or
Oh, that's
Which is-
cutting out of society. I think that's like I'm giving up on society. Isn't that something like he crashed out? He freaking like crapped out. He bailed on everything.
tired.
And, withdrew from everything. Like I'm about to
I
do
took a
from
nap.
this.
I took a nap.
Nope.
No, okay,
Not even close, Brian.
not even close.
Right.
Not even in the ballpark of anything that made
get your
sense.
AAA, AARP code. AARP.
Yeah.
All right.
What is it?
What does it
All right.
mean?
says to make a reckless or regrettable decision after a bout of rage or upset.
Oh, wow. That's pretty deep.
All right.
These kids have issues, so they're going to have that. The slang is going to have issues as well.
Right. And that's happened after every episode of this show. Somebody on the show usually crashes out. Right.
It's you. You're the one that's passed out.
How about if did I ever get a punchline? Yeah.
Yeah, you covered it.
For the Eddie Murphy for Hellman's mayonnaise, did I cover that?
You covered it. All right, what do you got?
Yeah.
I can't believe it. I've got nothing left in my act. Right? It hasn't been discussed.
You got to come up with new stuff. Oh my gosh.
Well, these are all new things because they haven't made it into my act yet.
I know, but this podcast it's going to be new for the podcast.
Something
not
new
just
for the podcast.
Life itself. Right. It's the podcast.
Yeah, you're right.
We don't want people to go, hey, I don't want to hear the show. It's the same thing. Brian and they just talk about the same 4 things. All right. Yeah. So what do you got? Give me another one. This is fun.
All right. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna go with Mog, M-O-G, Mog.
Mog.
Wow.
Mog. Can you use it in a sentence?
Let me see.
acting like a right. Yeah, can you lose it? Acting like a right winger, maybe. I don't know because it's MAGA.
No.
Probably a short for MAGA.
No, Mog. Like maybe it stands for something. M-O-G. My original, like a gangster, like a my OG.
So it would be.
You didn't even try,
a sentence.
Brian. What is it?
Should I give you a sentence?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Like that new outfit really mogs your old one.
Oh, like trumps it? Like it's better?
Yeah.
Oh,
wow.
Got
Where's
one.
that come from?
1-to-1.
What's the etymology of that?
It's actually there is one. Derived from Amog, which is an alpha male of the group.
I know.
Yeah, it's always that guy. It's always that guy.
There you go.
I don't hang out with those guys, but there's always one of those.
Yeah. Amog.
Daylight come and we want to go home. Amog. Hey.
That's from the pickup artist community. Amog, for those of you. Those of you at home.
You're aging yourself there. That was everything. Pickup artists, that was a big show. Big show. Nobody knows what that is.
Mystery, Neil Strauss. Yep, I know.
Nobody knows anything.
Nobody knows what that is anymore.
No. Nobody knows most of our life anymore.
No.
Like here's a funny thing. I saw sometimes I watch these videos that are funny. You ever watch them, Adam, where they're like they'll have like a kid, like a Gen Z kid, and then he'll be listening to like, Into the Sandman for the very first time.
Oh yeah.
I love those. Those are so funny. And we got to do one. This is what I want to do with me and Brian. I want to do one where it's like old dudes, Gen Xers listening to new music for the first time. Like get some hits of things that are, music that's happening now and that we listen to for the first time.
You mean we have to listen? We have to listen to Billie Eilish, is what you're saying, like that?
No, not if we know it. It's like if you don't know it, you've never heard of it. It can't be somebody you've heard. Like I like Billie Eilish. I would have an album. Like that's different. I'm talking about, some K-pop, some weird stuff. I don't know. Just an idea, just something to focus, combat that, because it is very funny though when they do it.
Those things are very fascinating. Those things, because you wonder how somebody has gone through. Let's say they're 30 years old. Some of the people, and they've never heard like "Go Your Own Way" by Fleetwood Mac. Mm-hmm. Okay, now which with all of the access to everything that around you all the time. The idea that you never heard "Born to Run." There's people like I watched a video of people listening to "Born to Run" for the first time, and you're like, "Are you kidding me?" Like you did, and then because everything is ruled by artifice, you think, "Okay, this is just for a show, right?" You're just pretending.
That one doesn't come up a lot, though. "Born to Run." That's not like it wasn't like a mega radio hit like all over the country. Yeah. I mean, Bruce is he didn't get mega until Born in the USA, so something like that is a little,
I believe
kind of got to be in the music. You got to be in the music to hear that one for sure.
Well, yeah. I mean, like if you haven't, there's like listening to
rarely heard
Freebird.
it.
You know? Yeah.
Freebird's different, but it's also
Yeah.
movies, commercials,
Mhm.
you know, things like that.
Yeah.
If it's been in a lot of time to hear, but it's also cultural. You know, it's just like a lot of young black kids aren't going out of their way to listen to Fleetwood Mac or the Eagles. You know what I mean? So
That's a racist. First of all,
it's not racist. It's real. I mean,
I
don't know
that's
any
a
Grandmaster Flunk songs or whatever. I don't know hardly any of those, but you know, it's a cultural thing. It's not a racist thing. That's what you got to stop doing. It's cultural. It's just what you grew up around. You know, it's just like,
no, I know that there's people that haven't heard these things, but there's just my point being, I'm not
I
sure.
can tell you a Wu-Tang song. Can you tell me a Wu-Tang song?
No,
Brian?
No.
Yeah.
No.
That's the biggest,
biggest
group in New York.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's number one.
Now
it's Beastie
feel-
Boys. It's Wu-Tang. It's like there's like 5 that are all from New York, and it's like that's one of the biggest ones. Mostly because they have like 15 cousins.
So we should have. So there you go. So we should do an episode where we listen to the Wu-Tang Clan and react to it. That's what we need to do. There's your show.
I don't know. I don't think that's the show. You're going against Mike. You're going against the whole thing was like making fun of the fact that like young people listen to Gen X stuff. And
right.
I think Gen X stuff listening to Gen Z stuff.
Mhm.
That's
we need an example of a band or a group like a Korean K-pop band or somebody that we, you know, what would be a good example of somebody that we obviously Billie Eilish is too popular. She's been on SNL, you know, so. But
it has to be something you've never heard before that's popular. Right. Don't you see that all the time? Like I'll see like somebody at the Garden, somebody be at the Garden I've never heard of, and they're selling out 4 shows. They're like 4 shows at the Garden. I don't know. I've never heard of that name of that band ever. It's gotta be like that. We're just like it's a big young band, and you're just like, you know,
who the hell are these people? I have no.
Yeah. I think most of it's just going to be like us going, yeah, they kind of sound like, you know, early Sabbath or whatever, because that's what ends up happening because they always sound like somebody else. So I think because that's where my mind goes, because I'll be like, they sound like the Ramones. I guess the kids could have just listened to the Ramones, you know.
Interesting. They sound like.
Well, that's what the Strokes were and all that to me. I'd be like, oh, that's just early punk, whatever. That's the Ramones. That's Devo, whatever. You know, a lot of that stuff, you know. It's like when the new stuff, every time the new stuff comes out, I just like trace it back to somebody else. That's the problem with me. Is there a train going by right now?
Yep.
Not me.
Right over here.
I hear the train a coming. It's coming around the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine. I don't know when.
But this is an interesting thing, Dustin, because it suddenly dawns on me that the idea of that we have to come up with a new bits, and it's totally understandable for the show. But in our stand-up acts, it's like I've got this backlog of stuff that's like still being honed, and I sometimes feel like you should just put a pin on that or a thing on that. When I go, no, this bit's one joke away. This thing is like really, it's taking shape. There's like certain bits that are just now. I've nailed them, and it's taken me like, you know, I don't know, 2 years or something to get the damn thing to absolutely be exactly where I want it. You know, there's a joke on here that actually we started on this show, and then boom, it is now perfection. I wouldn't change a word of it, and I'm not gonna.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
that's beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's, you know, it's. I think we start out that way, and then we kind of go through these bits a couple of different times, and then I think it's like 3 strikes you're out. I think once you you can't bring it. I don't think you should be able to bring the bit up 3 times. I think twice is acceptable.
Oh no, on the show,
then,
I guess.
On the show, I think it's a lot. Just because people don't. I mean, maybe they like it. I don't know. Nobody really watches or listens to the show.
I wouldn't want us rehashing the same bit. I wouldn't want us rehashing it. I'm tired of talking about it. I'm not tired of doing it in my act and working on it though. But this is not the place for that. But I understand that.
You and I write differently. You write from a core of something that's already existing. I sometimes just try to come up with a new concept of something. Maybe it's laden with other, like I'll do sobriety is always a big theme, but I'll make it just something, you know, a new joke about sobriety instead of trying to work on an old sobriety joke and make that one better. Right. I'll just like, I got a new idea for it, which I think is important.
No, I have a bit about I have a bit about that we've talked about on the show where the announcers of the political ads, and now that bit's killing. That bit's absolutely killing now.
That's
okay,
great. We spent a lot of great time on that, and it's great that it works.
And it's killing. And now I wouldn't need, and there's needs no more discussion.
I could throw one in there. I think Friends. I'd like to talk about Friends. I feel like I have a big gap between the kind of friends I have. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I either have a friend that's like working in construction, pours cement all day, or a friend who's been in 3 Marvel movies. You know what I mean? Like I almost feel
that's your,
and I almost feel like
that's
I
your
relate.
Friend circle.
Yeah, it's very uneven. Where I feel like I either, like I could relate to the cement guy a little bit more, because my buddy's talking about, he was on set with Steven Spielberg, and they did a movie together, and they were sharing Cheetos or whatever, and then it's like I can't get the guy from, the Chuckle Hut to email me back. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, it's like I have more in common with the cement guy.
And so who is this actor guy?
TJ Miller is one of my best friends. So
okay,
he's been in a bunch of movies. So
of course,
but he's where the source comes from. And then Nate's been on Saturday Night Live, and then I have another friend that's a teacher or whatever. It's just funny. It's just it's such a I'll go from here to here. And I'm trying to, and I'll be with these people, and then it's like I'll be with the one friend, and it's one way, and then the other one, it's like I can't get a conversation in because somebody's taking pictures and stuff and selfies, and so it's like just that that I don't know, Notting Hill life almost. I feel like I'm a I'm like the male friend version of Notting Hill.
Yeah, Dustin Chafin in Notting Hill,
famous friends. And then I'm just like try to have a regular friendship. And so
what a strange film that was. So
no, but the idea is you're friends with people in showbiz, so you'll get it.
Sure.
I mean, there's people that are at a level that you're just it's astronomical.
Right.
And then it's like, and then you're just like trying to be a normal friend, but at the same time, it's like he has a K-pop head or whatever those things are called.
What's funny? What's funny is and this is somewhat related to this, but like I had this joke that I did once on stage, and I don't remember the punchline on any level, and so I've never been able to make it work. And it's literally like where the phrase "he's my bestest friend." Okay, you use that when you're a kid, right? But you never use that when you're an adult. And obviously the joke was, something along the lines of this is Adam Holtz. He's a specialist in technical wizardry. He has a degree in sound engineering but he's also my bestest friend. Right? It was just always something about that always struck me as funny. I don't know why, but the first time I did the joke, I ad-libbed it on stage and I nailed it, and I got a huge laugh. And then I remember leaving the club and I couldn't remember what I said, and I didn't record it, and I never would to repeat it. And it's been sitting on a shelf ever since, never touched again, and never like you have to have some long, Adam Holtz he's a director. He worked for several years and was a representative of this company, and he's a skilled thing. He's also my bestest friend. So I don't know why. There's something funny somewhere in the proper length of that, or maybe not. I always just thought that was okay. Good talking to you. All right, good night. When the people on my show aren't laughing, that's All right, Brian. Okay, moving on.
It's a second. We're trying to take it.
We're trying to vamp and save.
You're so impatient today. You're just so impatient.
Bestest. He's my best. He's my bestest friend. Right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Dave Attell, crushed what the best friend joke. The best. It's the greatest best friend joke of all time. Best friend to help you.
Of course.
A friend will help me move a couch. Best friend help me move a body or whatever. So it's like, but I do like the idea of when we're children, it's like what is a best friend when we're children, as opposed to what's a best friend when we're adults is a whole different thing.
Yes.
So
I don't know what the joke is,
or what is. Well, I'm talking it out. Or what is the because I've been losing friends here and there along the way. I've had some weird breakups. Have you? You're next. But
exactly.
We just break up on the show. It's just me and Adam just staring at each other. So do the wheel again. Just do it again. I know he's out here. Just do the wheel.
Do the wheel.
Do the wheel.
Okay. Yeah.
But
so
but it is a thing when you're a male man and you literally break up with a dude friend because of some sort of ridiculous thing. To me, it's more them. Of course, I'm going to say it's them, and because I think I'm pretty easygoing, but you just never know, But it's a hard thing to swallow because it's like when it's a romantic relationship, it's easy to understand. You're like, all right, this is not working. This intimacy of us, maybe we're not working. It makes sense when you break up, but when two dudes break up, you're like, this thing is so shallow. Like, how is somebody walking away from this?
Yeah, that there's so little bonding you as it is. How you could have your break that is beyond me. But saying
have your what?
Meaning, no, but I'm saying that like what you're saying is it's so shallow. You said that. Didn't you use the word shallow? It's so shallow.
No,
as it
saying
is.
dudes shouldn't break up is what I'm saying. It's like there's not a lot there. It's like we have sports, we have music, we have certain things that keep us together. Like, what are you doing? Why do you break it up with a dude?
Well, what's an example of something that broke you up with a guy? That's a very interesting.
He said he didn't. He's an artist, and he's a very incredible. He's an incredible artist. He did this painting behind me for my album. He's a great artist, but he lives at home. He doesn't do anything, and he said he hated watching me do well, and it just drove him crazy. And so he can't be my friend because I took the risk. I moved to New York. I moved to Los Angeles. I'm doing it. And he just it drove him crazy. And he couldn't take it. And he doesn't want me to try. He doesn't want me to do. So it's a sad thing. He was a friend from high school. And it's like weird. And it's like that's literally what he told me. He didn't say I was a jerk or I'm whatever. That was it. Yeah. That's all he said. Yeah. It's like, so that's a weird one to take in. You're like, oh, I'm living my dreams. And so
that's amazing.
They got to put that against me. So anyway,
you're supposed to hide that stuff and stay friends.
Yeah, right. I'm sorry. And maybe my Instagram is a little exaggerated. And, that's what I wanted to be like. I mean, I was like, yeah, okay, you haven't seen my debt. You know what I mean?
You haven't seen send them a couple of bank statements to make them feel better about themselves.
Like, well, yeah, there's a little money in the bank, but let me tell you, Chase has way more of my money than they need. But so it's like it's just a weird thing.
And if there was any chance of repair after this podcast, that's not gonna work either because you're outing the whole thing on the show.
I know he's not gonna listen. He might be creeping on me, but I doubt it.
Okay, he's not gonna listen because he doesn't want to see you succeed.
That's the thing. I mean, he might watch this show because it's not successful, but he's not gonna watch my other.
Wow. What? Okay, so
he's totally watching this show. He's like, let me see him fail. Oh, this feels good. Yeah, okay, cool.
Maybe we can repair this relationship. Okay, if you hit the skids, call me. Okay,
the skids, the Ritz, the Riz. I just wanted to have the Riz.
Yeah,
did I use it wrong? Skids, the skids.
Skids. Yeah, I don't even know.
Skids,
like Skid Row,
Tidy Whities.
Skid Row.
Yeah. What a band!
Skid Row.
What a band! It's Adam's seventh favorite band.
Wait, but okay. So one guy. So this guy, you broke up with a guy because he broke up with you.
I didn't break up with him. It's the weird. He didn't want to talk to me anymore. I don't even like the word breakup. You can't use that. We didn't have a relationship like that. So it's like I don't even know how to phrase it.
Okay. Wow, but that's a pretty honest assessment of the situation. I mean,
at least he was honest.
Most guys would just not call or stop or disappear.
Well, he did, and I called him out on it. I was like, dude, like, what's up? Like, are you dead? And that's usually what I say to people when they don't get back to me. That's why a lot of bookers don't book me because they, usually after a month, I'm like, are you dead?
Right.
But if you don't get back to me, I'm like, are you alive? Like that's a go-to for me.
Funny.
That's a passive aggressive. Really, I'll be like, are you okay? Should I call somebody? Are you all right? Just checking.
Yeah. That's really funny.
Should I call your mom? You okay? Yeah.
you send that and cast that reel and see what happens.
But that's a big thing for me, is not getting back to me. You don't get back to me. It's like you should be put to death. The people who don't get back to people, it's like the easiest thing to do. It's like, hey, I'm not around right now. I'm going through something. Hey, I got a crazy week coming up. Hey, I'll get back to you next week. Hey, it's the easiest thing to do. Hey, we got a lot of comics. I'll get you a couple months. Get back to me. Hey, this is going on. Like when people don't get back to you, I have close friends too. And unless you're like, I know the situation you're in and I know you're busy or whatever, I'm not going to get weirded out. But it's like people that don't have a lot going on, they don't get back to me. That drives me crazy. Like you're
like, people who don't have a lot.
It's like, dude, I know you're doing nothing. I know you have nothing going on. You can't text me back.
Okay,
Anthony doesn't get back to me, Adam. Anthony just got.
Really?
Get back to me.
He doesn't get back to me either.
Yeah. What's going on?
So this is where the rubber hits the road. Is that if somebody
outdated phrase?
Exactly. I threw that in on purpose. And I threw that in on purpose, right?
Yeah, you did. Because you're a pro.
Yeah, exactly. But that's one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, listen, if you have something going on in your life, I understand that, but you're a freaking loser. Okay, so you should you should get back to me right away. Yeah,
be mad at me because I don't live with Mom. I would if I could.
Right.
If she had if you could, I don't think you can at the assisted living place. I don't think they'll let their son move in.
No.
In her one bedroom.
Yeah. Come on. Pick up the.
I'm telling you.
Text me something.
Is not cheap.
Sorry. Oh man.
Don't die on be good ratings.
All right. So. All right. Well, let's.
If you had like
spin the wheel again. Should we spin the wheel again? Right.
But being so bossy. All right, go ahead. I'm kidding.
We did because the first wheel didn't count because it was phrases that we'd already talked about.
We did great. We had a whole thing. Those clips are going to be good of us kind of not knowing what the kids say. I think it's great. All right, what else?
All right. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to pull the wheel back up.
Feeling wheelie.
I love the wheel.
All right, let's go.
I love the wheel.
All right, I think we got worst places to haunt.
To haunt?
To haunt, yeah.
Like a ghost?
Like a ghost, yeah.
Okay, well, that's another thing I want to say about this friend that won't get back to me. He's also a ghost hunter. And he ghosted me. Hey, that's funny.
Hey, he ghosted you.
He does. He goes around with like the equipment and stuff. And it's just like, and I entertained that too. I was like, yeah, that's cool. Like I made it, I didn't make him feel stupid for it or anything. And he was just like, he's got his stupid wife who cheated on him with a dentist or something. And like, she's like, would go with him and like go to these ghost places and they would like do the thing in the air to find the ghost. And I'd be like, yeah, I'm sure you did have a ghost experience. Like I made up, like pretending like all that was real just so I was a good friend. And then it's just like, and then it's like he now he won't have anything to do with me. Anyway, sorry, I had to get that out. He was a ghost hunter.
Okay.
My mom went to hear him speak at the library once. She was like,
worst. So you're saying the worst places to haunt would be at your friend's house, the guy that ghosted you's house, because he's got all the equipment there. You're gonna get exposed. It's not you can't haunt.
Yeah.
How about wouldn't it be funny if there was if you haunt? I think you would go to a haunted house. That would be kind of redundant, right? Like at Coney Island or something. That if I was a ghost, that's where I would go because that's what I mean. It's opportunity right there on the hoof.
Also, I think it's important to end the last of your days or whatever, however you die is important.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's kind of where you end up as, where you haunt or whatever, So like if you die in the bathroom, that's not good look because you have to stay in the bathroom for all of eternity or whatever it is. If you die, you know what I mean? Like it's why it's, I think it's like you die. Apparently a lot of people have died in attics because I think there's There's always a ghost in an attic.
There's always a ghost in an attic somewhere.
Yeah, so it's like I think it's I think that's how ghost works, right? You die, that's where you end up. I don't know. There's always a house. You die in the house. I mean, they don't just show up. They don't move in when you move in.
What is the whole haunting thing? I mean, what's that about? We got to get a ghost on this show or something and do an interview because we really get to the bottom of this.
Our listeners are ghosts.
Yeah. This is the most haunted show in the podcast world, okay? There is more spirits around this show because no one's listening to it.
There's no
but
real
there's
people.
a lot of
ghosts.
Dead people. There's a lot of dead energy around this show, right? A lot of spiritual floating spirits are floating.
I try to believe in it, and I think it's the idea of a soul that's trapped and all that stuff, and there's another dimension or another life, and I feel I try, I would want to. I just don't think the man-made version is what we think it is, just like everything else.
Oh, I think that there's something weird going on, but I don't know if the ghosts are hanging out, in my rec room or something like that for whatever reason. Like, don't you have better things to do in the afterlife? I'd hate to think that.
I don't know, but
I've
never sat down with a Ouija board and then not felt like something was off. Like I feel like I've done a Ouija board. Every time I've done a Ouija board, I'm like, I know it's the other person moving it or something's. I can rationalize it, but I don't. But I feel something's heavy in the room.
Have you ever talked to like a medium? Have you ever talked to?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, a little bit here and there.
And how'd that work out? Because I've done that,
like a fortune teller thing. Yeah, like the cards and all that. Yeah, nothing crazy. Not with candles or anything.
I heard that someone that I was aware of in my family was a child molester. All right, like this is from the spirit world. I was told that someone that this person that I knew in the periphery of my family. I know. That's what I said. I was like, no, that guy. And that guy was somebody who creeped me out my whole life. I thought that guy, I hate that guy. That is
so they were specific about it? They were, you have an uncle?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
It
was not an actual uncle.
They get the name down?
Oh, they had it down. Yeah.
They had the name? But they must have did research on you.
Yes. No, they did not. They didn't have the name. No, they did not have the name, but they said a
that's
person.
Pretty crazy if they had the name.
And they literally like talked about this person and I was like, wait a minute. And they said like it was an uncle, but it was a person who wasn't related, but he was not related. He was this periphery guy that was always around my family. And they said that he, had done something. And it made total sense that to be told this because I said that guy used to creep me out. I don't know what was the deal. So it didn't surprise me, but it was no report of that when he was around. Okay. Yeah. And then now the spirit world is doing Epstein Island research or something like that, and sending us messages on who's taking trips to Epstein Island or something. I don't know what's going on. It's very odd. But just to letting you know that if you want to go to a medium and find out if anybody in your family is a child molester, walk, don't run. Okay.
Uncle Fred. I already know. I don't need a medium.
There you go. Yeah. Okay. There's always one. There's got to be one out there.
Uncle Fred.
There's always
one. What a weird
one.
episode. I love it. All right, guys. We might change the direction of the show. I don't know. We'll see. I like it. It's weird and fun. Every time that Brian's in his island mode, it gets a little funky. Weird. I like it. I like it. I like weird. Weird's a good thing.
Okay.
All right, everybody. We need you. We have too many ghosts listening to the show. We need real people. Yeah. So please
real
spread it around.
Corporeal spirits. Okay.
Yay.
Well, folks, that's our show. It's time for us to go. Make sure to follow us, give us a like, drop us a comment, and always subscribe. We're chasing comedy on all the socials. We hope you had a gas, had some laughs, and maybe you learned something too. Until next time, we're Brian and Dustin, and we're chasing comedy.